Welcome to my channel. Coming to you to motivate, educate, and inspire you with helpful tips through weekly videos, bringing you principles to help you activate your faith, walk in your purpose, and be effective in ministry and the marketplace. We'll talk about all things faith, family, and business. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe.
Because a lot of my family members have passed in the past couple of years, and it's seen the funeral after funeral. But one thing that I have chosen to do is focus on the good times, the happy times, and a lot of the memories and moments that we made that I can be intentional about carrying out for my children. So a meal in particular I want to reflect on is our family brunch that we will have for Christmas. And so today it's going to be about lessons from a family meal. And so this was really special because my family, we would gather every Sunday after church for Sunday dinner. And while that was special each and every week, brunch was it was really over the top. It was special. It was a chance for us to gather, and the family members that didn't live in town were able to be present and gather with us. So it was all of us gathering, not just a few of us. It was an opportunity for us to fellowship and be in community, for us to be fed. The food was always really good. Everyone had a job. My Aunt Beverly would make the omelets, and she made the best omelets. And honestly, I never really bothered to learn how to make omelets because hers were so good. And now, honestly, I wish I would have paid attention to her a little bit more. But everybody was fed, and it was also an environment of just a lot of hospitality and love. Orders will be taken. We will have all different types of things. Bacon, sausage, turkey sausage. Once we started getting into more healthy lifestyles, we would have fruit. We would have just all of these different things. We would have dinner on Christmas as well, but dinner was kind of self-serve. We didn't sit down formally. Our formal meal for Christmas for a long period of time was our Christmas brunch. And it was just a really nice environment. So as I was reflecting on those memories from my family, I thought about some points that I could share with you for this episode of Tuesday Teaching. All right. And so the first point is gathering around the table. And I want to share Psalm 133, verse 1 with you. And it reads, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. So there is something really special and really important about coming together as a community and building relationship. Whether we do that through shared meals or whether we just do that through fellowship, there is something really important and really special about that. So that first point is gathering around the table. All right. Point number 2, feeding on God's word. Feeding on God's word. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Jesus answered, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." It's important that we feed on God's word, that we're studying his word, right? Feasting on his word. This example teaches us about spiritual nourishment and growth. We should always be growing, but in order to grow, we need our spiritual nourishment. Those of us that are parents or have had any role of influence over children, and we tell them, you need to eat so that you can be big and strong, right? Well, the same is for us. It's hard to face challenges and to really go through them with steadfast faith if we're not growing. And we can't grow if we don't have that spiritual nourishment. All right. So point number 2, feeding on God's word. All right. Point number 3, extending hospitality and love. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 9. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. When we practice hospitality, when we show love to other people, we are mirroring God's love and His grace for us. All right. So I just want to encourage you to prioritize community, to seek spiritual nourishment, and to extend love and hospitality to those that are around you. I hope that this short lesson was motivational, educational, or inspiring to you in some way. And I hope that you will share it with someone else, and make sure that you come back. There'll be new lessons every single week on Tuesday. All right. Until next time, friends, peace and blessings.